All right. Well,
Oh,
all
okay.
right, Uncle Lloyd. Well, we are excited to have you here as we come and meet for a continued interview. You know, last time I saw you was when I came to California, and man, it felt so nice just being over there in the hills and relaxing and getting to see just kind of where you hang out at. And I tell you, I just had a great experience and got great feedback from the last video we did. Now we're doing the audio version. How you feeling today?
I feel great, Justin. I was so happy to see you here and glad to chat with you because as you know, your uncle loves to talk and you ask good questions, and I hope I had good answers for you
Oh, definitely.
because yeah, I seem to think that I'm full of information about many things, but it's in particular about our family and how we developed and came about and made us into whom we are, and also about my personal life that I led in doing the things that I did, which I hope is an inspiration to our young family members, okay? Because we the Milburn family set ourselves up based on a foundation that was given to us by my grandfather, grandmother, my father, my mother, all of my uncles and aunts and cousins. And this is who I represent as to who I am at age 94.
Wow, wow, at age 94, and I tell you what, it is a true honor to be able to just get this wisdom from you, and as we're live on this audio recording, we always discuss the Milburn history and our family line and where we came from. As you look back, what's one thing that you would, you know, tell, you know, your younger self, or what's one thing of advice you would give to me? I'm just made 39, and you know, as you grow older, you get more wisdom. What's some words of wisdom you would like to share uh, that can lead me on the path of continued greatness?
One thing you have to have confidence in yourself, okay? And I think that confidence is built early as you start your development as a child. Okay, you have to listen and learn, and this is what I think was implied when my mother said, "Go to school, study a lesson, so you learn how to be somebody." And as you learn along the way, you continue to develop. And as my dad said, and my grandfather said, the more you know about what you know, the better off you will be. And you don't ever stop learning. Okay.
Mm.
Okay. Because if you listen, you learn something, you learn a lesson about something. And that's always good because, as you just implied, you don't know it all. You learn as you expose yourself in the area that you're in. Okay. Uh, and this is what I have used, and I think when I listen to my hundreds of nieces and nephews out there talking about what they do and how they do it, they work based on experience, okay, that they have, or they learn about what it is that they're doing to do it better, and always uh, use the knowledge that you gain as you expose yourself to knowledge. Okay.
Yes, yes, I like that. I like that, and and confidence is something that's very, very important, especially in this day and time when you want to, you know, uh, move forward towards your dreams and pursue your goals, and having that confidence plays a big part on accomplishing our goals as well. And when you think about the Milburns, what would you say are some of our strongest attributes as a family, as a family.
Uh, I have to base it on, uh, 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 my grandfather said, look, if I use this, and you have to use it very carefully. If a Milburn is present, you're in charge. Now, you have to be careful when you do that, but what that implies is don't let something go wrong when you see something that's going wrong. Okay, you can step in to help make the situation correct. Okay, okay. Now that doesn't mean that okay, what you're taking charge of something, but okay, you have to show leadership in all walks of life. Okay, so and if you show good, calm leadership, other folks will believe and have faith in you and what you're doing, saying. Okay, in order to improve the quality of what's going on. Okay. Uh,
Mm.
so, as I said, you have to be very careful though when you say if a Milburn is president, you're in charge. But you have to demonstrate it. Don't say it out loud.
Oh yes, 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 totally, totally. Great advice with that. Yeah. Now, where are a lot of our Milburns,
Uh, uh,
originally from? I know, uh, Louisiana was one, but where were some of the places?
well, okay, the Milburns, the family that we connect to. Well, as you know, the Milburn name and bloodline came from Ireland through England into the United States, and we got the Milburn blood that we have in us in 1862 when my grandfather was born, okay, to this young 13-year-old house girl, okay, from the white Milburn father. Okay, and that's, but my grandfather developed, okay, his skills from learning how to be a man on his own rights, okay, and became a leader in the community. And he taught us, okay, taught his sons and daughters how to uh, be staunch Milburns. And this was not just for the sons, but the daughters also. They also demonstrated that linkage that my grandfather showed and supported by his wife, Virginia, okay, to reinforce what was right. Okay, so and this happened in the community of Tish, Louisiana, okay, where we started there back in the 1800s, and uh, as the family grew, we expanded and migrated, okay, to Texas, some north to Arkansas and Missouri, but mostly to west to Texas, and these were because of job opportunities and and then they continued to migrate further west, and some ended up in California, and mainly because of job opportunities and opportunities to demonstrate, okay, their skills that they learned to be uh, uh, good in their professions in their respective communities. Okay, they
What,
became lawyers, doctors, uh, 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 industrialists, okay, manages the businesses, okay. So, but the original Milburns that we are part of started in the community of Tish in Louisiana, well, Opelousas, Louisiana, okay.
Now, a lot of Appalachian Louisiana has a lot of Creole, a lot of Indian, a lot of um, you know, it's kind of like a gumbo. So where do we fall in the midst of that? When it comes to was there a certain language we started off with a little?
Well, yes, you see, my mother was a Creole. She didn't speak English, she said, until she married my father. Okay, and she was 16, 17 years old. She spoke Creole, and this Creole was this combination uh, English and French. Okay, because her grandfather was from Canada, who spoke French, and that was the language. Uh, well, it was French, but it was a broken French that they call Creole. Her part, and this was not just her, but other Creole speaking folks in the community of Tish, all from that same type, same origin, from the same type parentage. Okay. Mhm.
Wow.
So this is why you hear about the Creole. The Creole was used not just to designate the language, but also the ethnicity of some of the people.
Exactly. Okay. Yes. Yes. That's great. That's great. Yes. And so,
Matter of fact, I think your grandmother spoke French. She and my mother would talk uh, all the time.
wow.
Sister Louise spoke French to my mother.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Yes, I do recall that. I do recall that when I would go and see her, and she would speak that Creole, and I do recall that. That is an amazing history, and to see how far we have went today. You know,
Yeah,
that is important for the younger generation to also know. Um, that where we came from, and
yeah,
how far we've came.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. Hmm. Now, anyway, uh, I think it was Rodney Jr., which was the Olympian. I, I did the presentation to my group here at the Kensington Assisted Living Facility. Okay, uh, when the Olympics were on, and we were competing for the gold medal, and uh, and just sent me a T-shirt. Okay, said that oh my nephew was an Olympian, and somebody sent me the video script of the presentation where he was, awarded the honor by the city of Opelousas. Okay, that was uh, just a wonderful thing to show, demonstrate one appreciation for a young man who did well by competing and winning, and the gold Olympics. I mean, the gold medal in the Olympics, and the name in the street in his honor, and then putting a statue of his bust in the park in the city of Opelousas, and
Hmm.
present him with the a plaque. Okay, that was, just a remarkable thing that I use that, okay, to show, okay, what the achievement that can be done, was done, uh, but the fact that the city of Opelousas recognized him and honored him with that type of an honor. Uh,
Yes. And speaking of honor, when I think about all that you accomplished to be able to be with the White House, what is something that you would say was one of the most profound memories of having a position like that. It's such a high position and such a not an easy position to get. What was one of most profound memories that you would probably say you had at that experience?
Oh, well, I think I may have told you, if I haven't told you, there was an article done about me in December, I think, of 2012. I was recommended for an honor award in my job at the U.S. Department of Transportation. And the Washington Post uh, prepared an article about me based on information provided to them by the my director at the time, okay, which captures, okay, I think the, my proud moment, okay, of
Yeah,
being able to achieve what that article say I achieved. So that's if a single proud moment was for that, for being recognized for having done that. But the pride existed in doing the job, okay, that I was assigned to do, okay, okay, and following my grandfather's advice and my dad's advice, that the more you know about what you know, the better off you will be, and uh, always do the right thing and the best thing, and an honest man can stand tall in leadership, okay, showing leadership in whatever job I was in, and demonstrating it in every possible way. So,
yes,
uh, so
yes, yes. I mean, to be able to, and so, you know, and how long did you live in DC?
50 years I was in that area, okay, not in D.C. but in Virginia, but I worked in D.C. At the Pentagon and at the headquarters for U.S. Department of Transportation.
Wow, and at the Pentagon too.
Yes, so I worked at the Pentagon for 4 years, and I retired from the Pentagon and went to work the next day after retired. Went to work the next day for the U.S. Department of Transportation. Okay.
Wow,
And,
wow, wow.
mhm.
And what president
So,
was there when you were working?
oh my God, I can't remember. I think the Eisenhower was there initially. It was Eisenhower. Uh, uh, who followed Eisenhower? Was it McCarthy? I mean, what's the California guy's name? I'm sorry, my short-term memory. Uh, uh, but I worked under Clinton. I worked under Bush. uh, Bush one, Bush two, uh, Obama, and I think Obama was the last president that I worked under. Okay.
Wow. Wow, that's amazing. Obama was the last. Wow, that's amazing to be able to experience that. Did you ever
Yeah.
imagine we would have a black president?
No, well, when Obama ran, yes, because he showed the strength of a leader. Okay,
Yes.
because when he was a congressman, okay, he showed the strength of a leader. And I was just yes, I had confidence that he would win, okay, because he shows the type of leadership that was being demonstrated in the government at the time. And he showed that he could take that role and carry on with it. And particularly when racism did not exist like it is today. Okay, as demonstrated by one of those president before. Uh, 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 it's shown after Barack Obama uh, finished his second term. Uh, Racism rose up in among the population for reasons because it was being perpetuated and promoted by the uh, following politicians. Uh,
Yeah.
but at the time when Barack Obama was elected, it was based on leadership that was needed at the time. And he demonstrated that capacity to provide that. Okay.
Yes. Yes. No, for sure. Without a doubt. Hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
He.
this is what we need to continue with in this day, leadership. Okay,
Yeah.
that believe that there is one thing called a constitution that I learned about in elementary school, believe it or not. It was the law of the land, as my teacher said about it. And what's that law of the land? And she had a little book, okay, that said, this is the law of the land. It's the Constitution of the United States, okay, and this is what set the rules for us to live by. I can remember those words coming clearly. Now, but the words in the Constitution that were still the same words that's in the Constitution now as it has been amended. And
Mm-hmm.
but the elementary school teacher taught us that the Constitution is the law of the land. Okay. And when we got in high school, our history teacher reinforced what we had learned in elementary school by assigning to read parts of that Constitution, and uh, so he could explain it to us. He was a military veteran from World War II, okay, and had a BS degree in American history, okay, and so that gave the strength to the fact that, okay, we have a constitution, which is the law of the land, and it establishes the basis for our democracy, okay? And that was what we learned in high school. And then when we went to college, again, we had American history class, okay, government classes that reinforced that knowledge that we, quite honestly, started with in elementary school.
Wow. Wow.
There's a thing called the Constitution, which establishes the law of the land. And if you want to make changes to the Constitution, changes can be made by appropriately recommending amendments, okay, but continue that to be the law of the land.
Mm-hmm. 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 Yes, that's it. That's good. That's good right there. That's really good. Well, I tell you what, being able to see those many different presidents be in office and still remain, that is an amazing story. Looks like it's running out of time now, but I did record it.